wound him or whether it's a close assassination attempt, they are going to blame it on the American people. Prepare yourselves. Get ready for this to happen, because Glenn Beck every other day now is saying, I just fear for him. You watch, they're going to attack him. They're going to try to kill him. Look, there's no security in the White House. The gate crashers, anybody can get in. They're going to get him. The people that are anti-war and 9/11 truth, they're going to get him. They're going to get him. They're now introducing it. Let's start now with the Glenn Beck clip. Here it is.
Regime is when it is on the verge of collapse. A regime with revolutionaries in it, it is trouble. The Democratic Party is...
Again, his entire regime is anti-free speech, anti-9/11 truth. There's no doubt they put Van Jones in to destroy him publicly and tie a communist to 9/11 truth. But it's true. The globalist regime is in deep trouble. So he tells a lot of truth, but then spins it around. That the regime are a few of the communists in his administration. When the big banks always use communists to consolidate wealth, Carol Quigley at Georgetown, Bill Clinton's mentor, broke that down. Continue.
It's collapsing. It's either going to have to renew itself or it's going to collapse.
And pause again. They renewed themselves when people got wise to Bush through Obama. Now they renew themselves with Glenn Beck and Sarah Palin. Then they renew themselves again with more staged terror attacks. Continue.
Full of revolutionaries. Let me show you why the president is in danger. There are two kinds of radicals.
Let's pause again. He builds it up slowly, and he gives you very simplistic, childlike graphics of this tree. Okay, he doesn't show you the tree's a bunch of banks that openly run the left and right and are playing us off against each other and consolidating power. No, it's the different types of revolutionaries. But the globalists fund all the revolutionaries you're about to see. Go look at every group he mentions. Big tax-free banking foundations fund it. Continue.
There we go. Two kinds of radicals here. We've done the tree of revolution before. We've had this now for several months. There's a Cloward and Piven type. You know, the one that says...
Pause again. He poses just like the teacher. He fixes it for you. He talks to you like you're a fifth grade class. And he's explaining it to you. He's distorting for you. Continue.
Takeover through financial collapse and the reset of the system.
Back that up. Back that up. I want to tell you, the revolutionary communists that he's about to cover, they are taking over through a controlled collapse. You have a perfectly coordinated, Bill Clinton changes the laws for the derivatives. All the major Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase people continue under Bush. They put all their money into Obama, continue. They've now shifted, the New York Times reported, to getting all their money into Republicans, because that's the new fake counter-revolution. So see, he's telling you not the bankers are collapsing, communists did this. And he goes on to say Obama's people did the economic collapse. They did the banker bailout. Not Glenn Beck with White House talking points saying it's not big enough. We've got to have this. George Bush is a great man. See, because there's no difference between him and the establishment people in the White House, but he needs to give you that fake image of a difference. I mean, this is all lies. This is why I keep stopping it. I mean, it's just all, that's why I can't play these clips here. Every 5 seconds is a lie. Play it again.
There's a Cloward and Piven type, you know, the one that says there's peaceful takeover through financial collapse and the reset of the system. Cloward and Piven. And that went this way. Acorn. The other kind has violent radicals.
Pause again. Now Acorn caused the financial collapse. No, they were part of the big foundations getting inner city people in debt, as we've had Catherine Austin Fitz on, who was there at the time, telling you how they set it up. But that was the big banks. Acorn is just one tiny little thumbnail on the hand. We're going to come back, and I'm going to try to play longer clips and then analyze it. It's just, that's the thing about Beck. When you're actually informed, it's all lies. Oh, he'll be right in saying I'm against government takeover of healthcare or the government controlling your thermostats. He doesn't tell you Rick Perry got that through the legislature and this office now has a remote control thermostat in it. No, he tells you Rick Perry's going to save you. So he'll tell you the problem, but not explain to you who's behind it. Both parties. We'll be back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials where you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance, beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. Now, again, we're only taking a couple-minute clip of Glenn Beck and analyzing. This is a guy who said that Al-Qaeda had snuck nukes in 2007, right before the election. This is a guy who is clearly a psyop. He has more open CIA officers on than any other show. They are there manipulating you. And he hasn't even gotten to the part yet. He already said this is why Obama's in danger. Then he says that 9/11 truth is going to kill him. I mean, talk about a demonization. People that question 9/11, incredibly diverse group all over the world. The number 2 guy in the Japanese government, all these other world leaders, the former German defense minister, all these engineers, all these people. We're violent. We're bad. We're going to go after Obama. Total false flag in the making. Let's continue.
Of radicals that bombed the Pentagon. When he was in the newspaper, the New York Times, it was on September 11th, he said this, quote, "I don't regret setting bombs. I feel we didn't do enough." Paul Watson, I talked about him a couple of days ago. He said this, quote, he's that whale activist. "There's nothing wrong with being a terrorist as long as you win. Then you write the history."
Stop. Bill Ayers, Patty Hearst, it's all been declassified. They were working for the government. They were funded. They were protected. They were allowed to blind police officers, bomb the Pentagon, all of this as a pretext to build up the COINTELPRO spying network on the American people. It's on record. Why do you think these people, most of them didn't go to prison? Why do you think Bill Clinton commuted a bunch of their sentences? Again, these are high-powered, big money-funded groups the Rockefeller Foundation and others all fund the left and the right. Just like they've been caught in Denver and in areas of Canada like Ottawa with paid government operatives dressed up like anarchists attacking crowds of people. And the media says, wow, incredible police restraint. This just happened yesterday in Canada. And then it turns out they're cops. So you see a day or two of people breaking trash cans, hitting cops. The cops are told to